Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I will be taking you through my daily feeding regime for this tank, as well as discussing one common food that I've learnt to avoid. The feeding schedule for this tank is super important as it naturally runs low in nutrients. This means that I have to be super consistent with feeding in order to prevent a tank crash. In order to ensure a healthy microbiome as well as fat fish and colourful corals, I feed a variety of different foods throughout the day. In the morning, I like to feed 2 blocks of frozen food. This is generally mysis or brine shrimp with spirulina and garlic. I defrost these cubes for a couple of minutes in a cup of tank water. Whilst this amount of food might look like a lot, the fish generally consume it all within 1 to 2 minutes. I like to do a big feed in the morning as it ensures everybody in the tank gets fed, especially the more shy fishes such as my shrimp and goby pair. I will normally repeat this feed again in the afternoon. I also utilise an automatic feeder on this tank, which dispenses a mix of pellet foods. I have been loving the Ocean Nutrition pellets and have recently started mixing in some Hikari herbivore ones as well. I normally feed a pinch of this mix 2 to 3 times a day and once at night. This ensures that there is a constant input of nutrients into the tank, helping to avoid a nutrient dropout. Whilst I am a heavy advocate for heavy feeding in reef tanks, there is one food I have learned to avoid at all costs due to its high amount of phosphorus. This food that I avoid is nori. Whilst it can be great for tanks with large tanks and adequate nutrient removal systems, it is also the cause of a lot of phosphate issues. I've seen this time and time again with clients' tanks as well as my own. Nori is typically made from a species of red algae and is commercially farmed and contains high amounts of phosphates. To me, introducing this extra algae into the tank seems counterintuitive, especially given the constant battle we face in trying to remove phosphates from our systems. In a healthy reef aquarium, the fish should be constantly grazing the algae off both the surfaces of the rock and glass. Making the fish work harder for their daily dose of algae not only encourages natural foraging behaviour and keeps them busy, but also acts as a natural phosphate sink within your system, where the algae consumes the phosphates, is then consumed by the fish, which is released back into the water in large particles. These can then be taken up by your filter. Obviously this approach may not be suited to tanks with larger amount of tanks, but at the same time, if you need to supplement the diets of your fish with extra algae, you have probably overstocked your tank with herbivores. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know what you feed in the comment section. Do you feed nori and do you have any phosphate issues? Thanks for watching.